I'll try to talk fast and get as close as I can. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about doing business in China. Unfortunately, these days in the news, you might be thinking, why would I do that? But at the end of the day, skipping all the geopolitical issues, which I know are out there in the news on a regular basis, fact of the matter is, when you look at it from a manufacturing technology standpoint, it is a big market, second biggest economy in the world. Number one when you take a look at machine tool production, machine tool consumption, big indicators in the manufacturing space. They acquire an enormous amount of robots and manufacturing technology, automation in general. Their PMI is in November was grew the fastest since February of 2018. And if you look at the Chinese, their manufacturing activity kind of expanded at the fastest pace in 10 years. So, look, there's always these issues, of course, going on about IP and other things. And you got to go in eyes wide open. No one questions that. But if you look at some things that happened to us back about 10, 15 years ago with export controls, and we weren't able to ship over 5-axis machines at the time because of some things were happening in export controls. And we lost an enormous amount of market share, the Americans, to the other competitors from Japan and Korea and from Europe. And essentially, a lot of people were saying, oh, why go do business over there, et cetera, or boy, I don't want to ship machines over there for my IP getting stolen. You've got to be worried about those. You need to be concerned. You got to go in. But the fact of the matter is we lost an enormous amount of market share. And those other countries pretty much took that market share and that dominance in those spaces. And they were able to use that increased production, increased sales to get increased profitability to drive more R&D to further enhance the capability of their equipment and kind of keep us a step back in the game. So you have to look at all these major markets and kind of figure out how you best get into them and take advantage of the size of the market, knowing these other issues on the playing field. So when you know what's happening with the competition and you can figure out what your game plan is to make sure you can make the correct adjustments, you can do a good job against any team in any game in any sport when you understand those things. So how do you get some help doing that? Leverage AMT. We've got tech centers around the world, and we've got a phenomenal one in Shanghai. Fred Tian is our guy on the ground there, and is super at the Shanghai Tech Center. And so whether it's, sales support that you need, service support, especially right now when you can't deploy people, and we've got service people that can kind of help you, be your eyes and hands on the ground, kind of getting things going and helped out to at least get you that first round of triage, proxy hires to get you people and not worry about all the details that go on with taxation and healthcare and things like that. We can organize all that for you. Office space, showroom space. It's a way to get in and figure out how to get your products in the market, and we can guide you past many of those things that people worry about in that market. Also, in rolling in almost 30 years of helping AMT members competently get into the market, Xingbin Li out of our Beijing office, who knows the market incredibly, knows the U.S. manufacturing technology market phenomenally, and is able to connect those two together and help our members. Done it for years. Fantastic people we've got on the ground there. And of course, Ed Christopher here in the U.S. to help guide you, who runs our global services business. So, look, opportunities are out there. It's a market that's really doing well. It's huge. It's been huge. And even despite kind of going through the wranglings of the geopolitical issues, as I mentioned, there are ways to be doing business and doing it safely and make a good profit. And if we can help you, that's what we're here to do. So, with that, hope you find that helpful. You know who to get a hold of if you need more information. Start with Mr. Christopher, and then he can work you right through to Fred or Xingbin Li or any one of our other folks to get you going. With that, have a great day, and we'll catch up to you guys again next week.